Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be going over the Inkwell Press planner. So I just have like the basics of what it looks like, and we'll go through that real quick. So my goal planner I actually used for the year of 2019 was the Inkwell Press. I achieved quite a bit of my goals in here, like 85-90% of my goals I achieved using the Inkwell Press planner. So I really do like this planner. I have a very good experience with it. It does ask you some questions that help you lead to your goal setting. I blacked out my information, well, not blacked it out, but I covered my information that I already put, because again, I used this already. My 2018 was very trying year. I had a lot of wins, but I had a lot of setbacks and losses, which took a lot out of me. So I wanted something more intense for my goal setting for this year, because I was just like, all over the place. So when you get it, you get this card. I've double-sided taped it to here. So it gives you some good tips that you can go to when you get this. I really do like this. And then it has your reflection page. And I ordered these little things from Etsy. And it asks you, how did you feel about the following year? So you can kind of reflect on how your year was. Like I said, my 2018 was very rough, and it reflects on that reflection page. So when you get to the first page, it asks you, looking back, what advice would you give yourself before the year began? What things brought you the most joy? What was your proudest accomplishment from last year? What experiences would you like to repeat? What would you never want to repeat? What was your best decision? What was your worst decision? And the most important event of this past year was. So actually, those are the questions that I asked. So then you flip the page and it says, the biggest problem I solved last year was, what were your strengths? What were your weaknesses? What were some missed opportunities? What goals did you set for yourself? Circle the ones you achieved. For those you didn't accomplish, what was holding you back? And the biggest lesson I learned from this past year. And no matter how hard you try, your best is not always good enough, which is very true. And I cannot control every situation, which that is a hard blow, because I like to control everything. You can ask my fiance, he'll tell you he don't like it. So it says, define your future self. Ask yourself, what will your life be like if you keep doing things the same for the next year, the next 5 years, the next 10 years? So personal, how is your mental and physical? What is something you do? What is something you do just for yourself? Are you actively setting and working on goals for yourself that aren't work related? Is there anything holding you back? If you have made no changes, would you be okay with your personal life in 5 years? If not, what daily choices can you make to implement change? What is the ideal version of your long-term self? Then you have home, because that was personal. So now we're in home. Is home a place you're excited to come home to? Why or why not? Do you feel financially secure? If an emergency happened, would you be able to handle it? Is there anything holding you back? If you made no changes, would you be okay with your home life in 5 years? If not, what daily choices can you make to implement change? And this is, are you actively moving? So this is now work. Are you actively moving forward in your career? Are you actively setting and working on goals to move forward in your workplace? At the end of the day, do you feel fulfilled? Is there anything holding you back? If you made no changes, would you be okay with your work life in 5 years? If not, what daily choices can you make to implement change? And then you set your priorities. What is important to you? What activities you like? What do you spend your free time? And describe your ideal day. What does it look like? What does it involve? And then after we get that, we now get to your life wheel. And you could put, like, if you're satisfied, not how, it tells you like how to rate it. So how you rating your life. So this is before, and it says quick pep talk. Everyone has a workspace. If you're a student, it's your schoolwork. If you're a stay-at-home parent, it's those tasks you work on a regular basis. So then you have projection, satisfaction, connection, and exploration. Well, goal brainstorming. Use the space below to brainstorm your big goals and dreams. They don't need to be perfect. We'll define them in the next few pages. So that is that. And then you get to your goal vision board. And I just put stickers in mine. And then it says goal setting keys to success. Start with, I'm sorry, I'm out of frame. Goal setting keys to success. It says start with why. Limit your goals. Make it smart. Make it flexible. Keep it positive. Review frequently. And it says use your projection brainstorm worksheet to turn your goals into your SMART goals. Then take the goals you've created from your goal worksheet and make an action plan using the action roadmap worksheet. And it shows what the action worksheet looks like, and we'll get into that. And so, like, one of my goals was to lose weight. I lost quite a bit of weight, not as much as I wanted. So what do you want to accomplish? Make it specific, make it measurable, make it attainable. Why is it important? Why is it rewarding? What is my timeline? How much time will you commit to your goal each week? And steps needed to accomplish, group task, how will you measure these, your end date, and then you put all that information. And then it says, then you have the goal, the extra mile. So you put like this year's goals, personal, home, and work, and what you worked on during the months to reach that goal. And then you have a note section here. And so this is what you get. So every month you get a says focus. What steps from your action roadmap will you accomplish this month? Break them down into weekly goals. So what you do is this: you have your mission board, and I normally put stickers in it. I have a couple of plan with me's where I put, or do I have plan with me's? Probably not. I think on my Instagram, no. I do have like showing pictures of how I decorated my mission board. So say, because you seen the lose weight one, I can put walk 10,000 steps a day. So then I will put habit 10,000 steps, and all the days that I've reached it, I would mark it off here. So it gives you a habit tracker so you can see how you're working towards your goal. And I like that because it gives you all 31 days. This is for December. It varies for whatever month it's in. So then after the end of the month, you do a check-in. This month accomplishments, your monthly gratitudes. You rate your stress, attitude, health, and focus. How did you work towards your goals? Next month's action plans in the scorecard. And then you get quarterly check-ins. So this is what I'll do at the end of the year. Use the worksheet below to reflect on how the past quarter went. The quarter felt. Did you meet your monthly goals? 3 successes I've had since day one are my good news, my not so good news. My focus for quarter 4. And you do a goal adjustment. And this is good even if you are, so that way you can focus on what you need to focus on for next year. So if you accomplish those goals, nothing to adjust. If you didn't, you could put what I want to accomplish, why it's important, rate your goal progress. Is your goal SMART? Steps still needed to accomplish. How much time you commit to your goal? Emergency plan, which I really like the emergency plan. New deadline and adjusted timeline. So I really like this. So it has you to really look at your goals like, hey, am I meeting this? If not, what do I need to do now? And at the end, it gives you a new life will check-in. Well, for your quarterly check-in, you get a new life will each time. So you can kind of see from the very first one to the very end of how you're doing. And mine is exponentially different from how it was the very beginning of the year when I first filled this out. And I say that with confidence. And I mean, because God has truly blessed me from how my life was going in 2018. My life in 2019 was vastly different and much more fulfilling. And then you have a productivity matrix. It says it's hard to know when you're most productive during the day, so we've taken the guesswork out of it. Color in each 15-minute blocks according to your task. Highlight the hours you feel most energetic and productive. At the end of the week, you'll have a snapshot of your productive times. So you can put like each one of these is 15 minutes. So I wake up at 5 in the morning. So here I will put like if I'm really productive during these times. And then you can see what time of the day is best for you. Some people, their time is 10 o'clock at night, and some people, their time is 10 o'clock in the morning. But you have this to see how you are doing in those areas, which I really like. And it says reflect on your most productive and energetic times below. And then you have a note section. And then it gives you, at the end of the year, it gives you goals for this year. I accomplished this goal. I didn't accomplish this goal. It gives you 10 sections because you get 10 spaces for goals. So it gives you 10 sections and you go through each section of your goals and put, if you did accomplish it, how did you celebrate? If you didn't accomplish it, what went wrong? So you can focus on like how you did with your goals, which I really like. And then it gives you a year-end reflection. And what was the proudest accomplishment from this year? The biggest problem I solved this year was looking into next year. I'm most excited about gratitude, and biggest lesson I learned from this past year. So this is the Inkwell Press Goal Planner. And again, I really, really love this planner, like more than you guys will probably know. And but I'm going power sheets this year, so I can tell you later how how I feel about the differences between those two. All right, you guys, don't forget to comment down below what goal journals or how you're tracking your goals for 2020, what goals you have accomplished for this year, and what you could have reflected on to have done better when it comes to meeting your goals, and whatever you want to share. And don't forget to rate this video with a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I love you guys. Peace.